Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Woo woo. Okay, so I'm jumping on today. I know it's not a normal day for me, but I came on because I made this card the other day and I loved the card, and the card could not be further from me and stuff that I create. But I was like, you know what? It's kind of fun to show people that. So this one is actually using the lovely Lily Pad stamp set, the Sending You Thoughts stamp set, and then the the Lily Pad coordinating dies. Okay, peeps? Now, my Facebook was an absolute disaster last night when I went to do a live for a team meeting. So can you give me a little insight? You can comment, say hi, whatever. Let me know that you can comment because we couldn't do that last night. The other thing was my words were cutting out. They'd only get 8 out of 10 words kind of thing, and then it would cut. So if it's doing funky things on the words, please let me know, okay? But somebody say hi so I know you're there. Okay, so what I've done, hello, Alana, yay, thank you. Other than my weird hacking, do we sound okay? And no, I'm not sick. I'm eating. I know, seriously, this is actually embarrassing. I should show you. This is what I'm eating right now because, I'm 13, not 45, right, guys? I know, child, and I shouldn't have put it in my mouth before I started. Hello, Natalie. Friday Eve. Isn't it only Thursday? Are you wishing my week away? Well, I'm wishing my week away, but you can do it for me. Okay, so what I did, is I have pre-die cut a piece of watercolor paper, something I never use, with our stitched rectangle dies. Okay, so that one is all set to go. Probably should have made sure I had my aqua painter ready before I started, but that's okay. All good. Thank you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of stamping and painting and kind of playing. This is so not me, and this could take hours. I'm just kidding. Catherine's like, Gobstoppers rock. I know. And then can you totally tell that my husband, he's such a sucker. This is the kind of stuff that was part of my birthday gift. They were all shoved in because I'm a child and I eat sweet tarts and I eat Gobstoppers. And I used to get such heck from my doctor or my dentist growing up. Hi, Sandy. And then I always giggled because I've never had a cavity. No, I'm a very good brusher, my darlings. Okay, so we're going here, and then I think I'm going to pull both of these. A little Gorgeous Grape and a little Highland Heather. You almost forgot? Well, it's not normal. I'm not usually on here. I don't blame you for forgetting. I would have forgotten. Okay, so are you ready? What we're going to do here, I'm going to show you, is I have my Pool Party ink pad here. Hi, Janice. And I actually just took my re-inker and went inside. Now, this is not going to be the same. I totally used something else when I did this, but I don't think anyone will answer me if I text upstairs. Hello, Diana. I know sweet tarts are good. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to give this, I'm going to get it going. Give it a squeeze. This is obviously not the one I used because it has no water in it. There we go. Especially the blue ones. So we're going to give this a watercolor wash to start. So I'm just taking my aqua painter and I'm giving it a little bit of water. Why? Because I don't want, when I hit it with that ink, for it to kind of clump in and be heavy. Now, what I actually did when I did the card, I'll show you at the end, was I actually used my mister bottle that I use for my hair. I know, go figure. And I misted the paper first, okay? Hello, Beth. Hi, Carol. Hi, Carla. Okay, so I'm going through, and all I'm doing is I'm just taking this, and you can see because I stuck that water on to start, I don't end up getting kind of really solid a background. It's nice and kind of very gentle and soft. Yes, you love it already. Well, isn't that sweet of you, my darling? Okay, so you can come through, but you can see that kind of you can add more, you can add less. Bonjour, Guylaine. Hi, Kim. Okay. Yes, everyone's seeing what I'm doing. Okay, so again, this is not a complicated, you don't have to have any skill to do what I'm doing right now. Anyone who's ever seen me watercolor would know that. So we're just kind of going through, and that's it. Hi, Dot. Now, what I'm going to take, and I'm just kind of keeping this for this, for kind of ease of keeping this process moving today, is I've got a paper towel, and I'm just going to blot the water out so this is a little bit more work or usable for us now, okay? So I've got a little bit of a watercolor background. Now I am going to just do that. We're going to take the Pool Party off of there. Okay, I love Susan's beautiful. Well, it is kind of fun. Now it doesn't look like much from the camera. It's actually quite pretty in person. Next thing we're going to do, you got to make your list here because if you haven't embossed, this is the kind of stuff that's so fun to play with to start. So watch what I'm doing. I'm going to take this And I'm going to use my embossing buddy because we're going to do quite a bit here. And I'm going to do it all in one shot so that we're good to go, okay? Next, I am going to take Versamark. Oh, a dog's coming down. Hello, Karen. I can hear a dog running in. No, there's no supper in here, Harley. Harley's like, what am I eating? You are not eating yet. Hello, Patty. Okay, poop. I know it's a totally gorgeous blue. So I'm going to take this gorgeous lily pad. You can see mine is quite stained. And we're going to stamp him. And then we're going to take him again. And we're going to attempt not to stamp him on top of the first one. Hello, Susan. We're going to stamp him here. Okay, and then we're going to take one more. We're going to take this one here. And we're going to stamp it on here. Okay, and then I think that's it. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is I have got my Whisper White embossing powder, which is oh so much better when you say it with an accent. Hello, how you doing, Gloria? Okay, now you can see what I'm doing here. This part I always find so satisfying. So all we're doing, I'm going to put this down. I need something. I need a piece of paper. I don't want to make a mess all over the desk because we still have to stamp. And I could get out my tray, but you know me, and it's the end of the day, and I'm super lazy. It's not going to happen. Okay, Gobstopper's almost gone. Then you won't have to listen to me choke anymore. Okay, so all I'm doing now is just making sure that those sweet little darlings are thoroughly covered in embossing powder. You guys, I always find this is great when you're using just paper. You can scoop it back up, run it back over it, make sure you get your bits, and then give it a good, like, tap, tap, okay? I think I've got good coverage here. Now, I do know I shook some on my page, so we're going to just go like that. We're going to move this off to the side, and we're going to go like that so nobody knows, and the kids can clean the floor later. Shh, don't tell them. Okay. Next thing I'm doing is I'm grabbing my heat gun. I don't leave my heat gun plugged in. I'm going to be super honest with you as to the reason why. I'm super paranoid about earthquakes. I know, and you're like, what? And I got that. I schmucked it. I'm super paranoid about earthquakes and my house shaking and my heat gun getting knocked off the counter and turning on when it hits the floor. Because I actually had it turn on once when it hit the floor, and that was it. I've been a wreck ever since. You don't know how I find the time to stamp? I don't know how I find the time not to. Oh, I did it with a pool party, Kim. Okay, so now we're just going through. It always takes a little bit longer on the very first one. Once your heat gun kind of gets up to temperature, this process flies. So it's definitely easier to stamp a bunch and then do them all at once. So get him, or her, or it, going through. Okay, that one is heated up. Let's do the next one. Going through, heating up the next one. And then the next part's really fun. I'll show you. We're going to do a whole bunch of stamping and then we're going to die cut. Okay, he looks well heated. Okay, last one. A cute little one that I schlepped a bit, but that's okay. Okay, and we are heated. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for the next part. So can you guys see those? Kind of, not really. Well, there you go. You can see them that way, okay? So those are on there. They're all gorgeous. They're ready to go. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Melon Mambo. And again, what I've done is I've pre-put a drop in just in the lid because I know it won't have any bearing, doesn't impact it. I'm going to pick up some with this, okay? And then I'm going to start kind of in this center zone. And I'm going to make that color. You can see what happens. As I go up, do you see how that color fades? And I'm going to make sure I cover the whole flower. Now, the one thing you might want to do is make sure you hit the edges a little bit past them, because when you die cut, it doesn't actually, it takes you have a little bit of white or paper space kind of outside of it. Okay, so we've got that guy. Oh, beautiful. Okay, paint it on your hand or paint it on a paper towel. Do whatever you want, because I don't want Melon Mambo to get mixed in with my pink next, okay? So stop that one. And then I think I'm going to go, hola. Hello, Sandra. Okay, and then we're going to jump down in here. And we're going to grab this one. So this one is my Highland Heather. And so I'm going to come to this next big flower. Again, I'm starting kind of right in the base of him with the darkest kind of part. And then now I kind of give it a little squeeze, and I increase my water because I want that water to kind of run out. There we go. Picking up lots here. You missed the beginning. It's watercolor paper. I'm definitely using watercolor paper. If I did this much kind of schmooping around on regular Whisper White, I would definitely get pilling, okay? So that's a really good question. Yes, so we are using watercolor paper for this one. Okay, so that one's done. And again, you can kind of see the flowers. It just gives them a really cool effect. And you can add in some more, if you want a little bit more shading. Okay, actually, I don't even need to do that because now we're going to go to, don't put it down, put it away, people. I'm going to go over here. Okay, I'm jumping in. Now, this one is my Gorgeous Grape. And Gorgeous Grape actually looks so good with Highland Heather. So this one, you can see it's way more intense. Like that. I'm just giving it a little push with my water so that it doesn't end up too kind of solid and painted. Okay, that is done like dinner. I keep freezing. Am I freezing for anybody else? If I am freezing, sometimes they say that if it's on your end, if you log off and log back on, it'll go away. I'm hoping it's not on my end because my Facebook was such a disaster last night with my team. Okay, so now, again, you can see all I'm doing is I'm going to blot them dry so that there's not a ton of water sitting on the page, okay? All good. Melon Mambo can go away. Gorgeous Grape can go away. Next thing we need is we're going to take some Granny Apple Green for this next step. This is kind of fun, okay? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the back side of the stamp first, okay? Not freezing? Good, okay. So this set is meant to do this, okay? They're called reversibles. So I flip it over. I'm not using the part with the lines. I'm using the smooth side. I'm inking it up in Granny Apple Green. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to add a little bit of water to it. I know, this is kind of fun. Boop. And then we're going to stamp it. Okay, and you're kind of going to see it gives this really cool effect. Okay, so it's not kind of all nice and solid. I don't want a really perfect image. I want it kind of like messy, watercolory. Okay, we're going to do another one over here. Okay, and then we're going to do the exact same thing with our small one. So we're going to take this guy. I'm going to put him on the block. I'm going to end up with green all over my hands, aren't I? We're going to ink them up. We're going to grab our brush, and then we're going to mix them in a little just to get them not solid. And then we're going to go boop, and we're going to do that. Okay, now those are all done. Okay, close your ink. Use your muscles. Then, oh no, I need that ink. I still need the color, so that's hilarious. Nice job, Ange, being so efficient that I have nothing to use. Okay, so just paint that off because we don't want it to stay on there. We're going to come back to here. You love this technique. It was kind of fun. Alana, I'm not going to lie. Oh, Francine, thank you. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, and for this part, you're going to want to have your little chamois. So I need to clean its backside. Yes, don't want that on there. Okay, so we're going to clean him off, and then I can flip him to the good side. Yes, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing with my big one. And we're going to flip him. We're going to wipe that on my jeans because they have to go in the wash anyway. And then I can flip him to his good side. Now, I am going to use that paper towel just one more time because I don't want these to be so kind of tiny. Or sorry, not tiny. I don't want them to be super wet. I don't want the lined image to run when I stamp it. So I'm just going to go like that. Okay, so now we're back to the lined side. Okay, peeps? So we're going to go like this. Ink it up. Come on in over top. Line it up-ish, and stamp it, okay? So now we kind of get, you can see that, but my lily pad's not super solid looking, which I liked. It kind of just gave it a little more subtle effect. I'm sticking my hand in all kinds of embossing powder. Shh, don't tell anyone. Thank you, Vicky. Okay, inking up my last one. Same thing. Foop. Done. I know, Susan, I was kind of having fun with it. I was trying to get a look and I couldn't figure it out. So I just started adding water. And I really never play. I'm not a watercolor. It's not something I've ever kind of been super comfortable with. Okay, now before we kind of get into the very end of it, we're going to do one little last bit of embossing. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to take, I don't want to use that side, take my embossing buddy. We're going to do that one more time. And this time I'm going to stamp this one. It just says happy birthday. So this is from our Sending Thoughts, another free celebration set with a dimensional backing stuck to it like everything else in my house. Ta-da! Brain explosion. Acrylic blocks means you do not need... I know, isn't it awesome, Denise? Are you having so much fun? You're like, I can see where I'm stamping. Okay. Now, I'm going to just come over here. I'm not going to make you watch this process. Just a sec. I'm just scooping a little bit of the Whisper White embossing powder from that paper that I had over on the side. Doop. And put that on there. Okay, let's heat this bad boy up. Hello, Bobby. I have a watercolor swap to do this week. Ha! Do it. Just copy it. I never saw it. It's all yours, baby. Okay, so here, we're going to heat this one up. I know I'm not going to tell you I miss the wood blocks because I really don't. I know, Susan, it's funny. It wasn't one that even jumped out at me, but then once I started playing with it, I've actually had a lot of fun with it. I'm not going to lie. Okay, now we're going to get this one ready. I've got a piece of basic black cardstock. I'm just going to take a scrap that I have of these are adhesive sheets. These make your life a very, very, very happy place when you are cutting out an intricate die. Okay, so I've got him ready to go. You guys are ready to go. You're ready to go. You're ready to go. Okay, I think I'm getting there. You ready for the big shot? We are going to pull it in, and we are going to start die cutting, my dears. I know. It's funny, though. I promise. Get it out. Okay, Vicky, get it out. Susan, get it out. Play with it. You actually are going to really enjoy it. It's a very forgiving stamp set, if you know what I mean. Like, you can kind of mess around with it. Now, I need to find the dies because I had them ready to go. There they are. At first, I was confused. I know. I have to say, I think maybe that's how I was feeling too, Susan. I had a little bit of confusion. Okay, so we're going to have to be careful here. So we don't want to screw these up because we took the time to already watercolor them. So I don't want it to move around on me. So oops, I have to turn the right way. Focus, Angela. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to get him on. Now, I find this really difficult to line up when I'm doing videos. I don't find it difficult to line up when I'm stamping on my own because I'm not all that concerned about getting my head right over top of it. But when you guys are on, it's a little bit tougher. So sometimes they're not a perfect job with me lining up. Okay, so I'll go through again. Let's see if we can do more than one this time. We'll keep that flower, but do you see it? So fun, okay? Oh, I gotta move that because I lose my thing. Okay, so this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try, cross your fingers. Can nobody breathe for a minute? Nobody's breathing. Everybody hold still. We're going to try and line up 2 of them in one shot. Okay, you ready? This one's a bit easier because I can get my head over it because I'm outside of my camera range. There we go. Okay, we're going to tuck this in. So I would stick it in underneath the die cut machine first, and then I drop this so as not to jiggle it. Thank you, Natasha. Okay, going through. Crank it. Okay, so we got one lily pad there. We got our next flower here. We can get rid of this die. We need the lily pad dies again. And then we need my smaller flower. Okay. Oh, what did you stamp the lotus with? Just a second, love, I'll show you. So this is one of the free celebration sets, hon. So Denise, the lovely lily pad is free with a $60 order. And then the dies are free with a $120. So basically you can get this whole kind of bundle without ever paying for it when you're buying your other things that you kind of need. So great time if you don't have a heat gun and you don't have an embossing buddy and you don't have an embossing powder. This is such an awesome time to get those and at the exact same time get items that you can play with what you're buying. I know, everybody stop breathing. This is a 3-1. Okay, Diana, hold it. In, down slowly. Don't wiggle it. I did a little wiggle, but I think I wiggled it back. What ink? Sorry. Okay, so I used, Versamark was what I used for the white before we did the embossing. And then my colors that I used were Melon Mambo, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, and Granny Apple Green. Okay, so we've got, all those are ready. And you can see what I mean about going kind of outside of the lines. Okay, next we need this one here. We're gonna grab that piece that I had done the adhesive sheet on. Yes? Okay, now I'm grabbing this kind of little more intricate die. I dropped it on the floor, but that was actually on purpose. Purely because I'm trying to get my last bit out that's in it and not cooperating with me. I have a bit that stayed. You got the tropical sweet. That's a fun one. Okay, hang on. I'm popping out this last bit, and it's resistant. It's feeling at home. It really doesn't want to leave the die. There you go. Got him. Now he's stuck to my finger, and I love that so much. Do not. Okay. Come in here. We'll get rid of that little piece of watercolor paper. I still have the black bit stuck on my finger, and I can't get it off. Okay, like this. We're going to go clip through. There we go. Okay, so we got that one, and I'm just going to kind of leave him like that for a sec. We can toss you. We're going to move this one out of the way. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this little one here, and you're going to grab your paper snips for this. You have a mini pineapple punch. That's so cute. Everything is better in mini. Okay, so we're going to go like this, and we're going to do, now I did this yesterday. I did a little bit of fussy cutting of a sentiment. Again, not something you would have caught me doing in a million years. So I don't know. Maybe am I getting older? I think sometimes I find a great deal of calm from doing this. Okay. Just a sec. I gotta kind of get it in line again without giving it a sharp edge. So as I talked about yesterday, I know, here we go, showing off. Okay, but you have to ask Kim. So Denise, ask Kim. She will be like, Ange hates fussy cutting. I don't even buy things that don't have punches or stamp or dies because I hate cutting things out. But I'm finding I'm getting a little bit better at it. And notice where my scissors are always pointed. Are you noticing that they are not moving? I'm moving the paper around. Whoops, I got too close there. That's going to bother me. It's a little bit thinner right there. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, we're going to come in here. Yeah, the birthday celebration continued even into last night. We went over to my sister's for dessert last night. Okay, yes, she does. Yeah, see, okay, Kim knows. Kim comes to my sister. Kim's like, yes, Ange does not like fussy cutting. But look at that. I fussy cut a sentiment. But see, this is the part that's going to bother me is right there. I have to actually make that a little bit less so that it doesn't look so obvious. There, a little bit. You lost me for a moment. That's okay. Good thing you didn't lose you, because if you lost you, that would be a problem. Okay, I have that one too. Time to pull out some retired DSB. Here we go, peeps. So next thing we're going to do is we have got a Granny Apple Green card base. So I'm going to take this and we are going to just give it a good squoosh. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this super cute one that we did here. We need to get it out of the die first. There we go. It's coming. Okay, so here's that gorgeous kind of black little piece that we were doing. Now I do kind of give it a little bit of help as I go through to make sure that the bits all kind of stay behind. So you can kind of pull them as you go. I know, but Diana, so did I. And I promise I'm actually I find I'm getting better at it. Maybe because I'm not being so resistant to doing it. Okay, so again, all I'm doing here is as I peel back, I'm just making sure I'm leaving the bits. Leave your bits behind, people. There, okay, we got them. So now I'm going to take this and we're going to come right down to the bottom of my card. And I'm just going to stick this along the bottom edge. You may have seen this already. I did it on my blog. It was already there. I just hadn't done a video yet. I know, isn't that die so satisfying? So we're going to stick that right down there at the bottom. We're going to get rid of these bits. Oh, if you could feel this right now, it's like embossing powder galore. Ugh, I hate that feeling. Okay, toss. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that lovely kind of watercolored washed piece that we did, and we are going to, I'm just stealing bits here. There. Remember with your stuff that you've watercolored, guys, it tends to be a bit more warped because you've added the water. You could dry it under a book. I'm really lazy. That's not going to happen. So I just make sure that my dimensionals are going to hold it down in all the right places. Kind of like a good bra. Okay. Now, so we're going to come in here and I'm going to keep the water kind of heaviest at the bottom. Yes. So I would come in here, doot, doot, and I'm going to just, I think I just want it to peek out the bottom. I just want it to have like a little black, can you see that? Get a cute little black scallopy effect there. Okay, so we're going to put that one on. Next, we're going to grab our bits. So get all your bits, get yourself organized. We got both of our flowers. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these. Now, I'm using fast fuse just because I wanted it to stick and I was on watercolor paper and whatever. So we're just going to go like this. Take you. Okay, but Susan, I promise, I can't watercolor to save my life. I was literally like, I'm just slooping it on here. I'm really not using any technique, girl. Okay, I'm going to do this. And then here, whoa, that was fun. I'm going to turn it the other way because I don't want my lily pads to look like they're all identical. We're going to take this one kind of more down here. And then we're going to take this little one and he's actually going to go in on a dimensional. Okay, so we're going to stick this one, boop, just like that. And we're going to pop him in and kind of let him overlap. We'll go like that. Okay, so we've got those little bits on. Next thing we are going to do is we're going to play with these guys. So, we're going to need more dimensionals. Do I have more here? Hang on, I might have to reach. Just a second. Everybody pause. Hold. Time out. That was my toe. How did you hear that? That hurt. Okay. Breathe. Breathe through the pain, people. Come in here. I have all these sheets of dimensionals that are kind of partially used from classes. So I'm going to pull these out. Yes, I know I'm being excessive with my dimensionals. So we're going to come in here and we'll put this little guy down here. There we go. Oh, a dragonfly would be so cute with this. Absolutely would. Good call. Okay. Thank you, Kim. I'm going to come over here. And we're going to do you just like that. More I can go through like a sheet of dimensionals in one card. Okay, I'm going to come over here and stick this one down, kind of more over that way. Then we're going to take his fun little friend, yes. And this one, we're actually going to put the dimensional straight onto the paper. I'm just going to go like that because I want to kind of wedge it. Ouchie, I know, it was embarrassing. Nothing like doing that kind of stuff live. Hey, peeps, watch while I slam my foot into a wall. Okay, so we're going to go like that, and we're going to kind of give it, and you can see. Now, the watercolor wash, it's bizarre because it really doesn't show up. Maybe if I shadowed it, it's much darker in person than it looks on the screen right now. Okay, now we're going to take this cute little happy birthday and we're going to tuck it just up in here. And then I had the kind of perfect little finishing element, can't even talk. I had it, it was out. I made sure it was ready to go. They were lying on the table. Just a second, I'm not going to get panicky yet. I'm just going to look calmly. Everybody, be calm with me while I can't find something that I had out and ready and like couldn't find. Oh, there, it's because it's touching my hand. This is the rules. If I can't find something, they're generally touching my hand. So what we're going to do here is we're kind of going to stick to these same colors. So that's a little bit of Melon Mambo. Now, I don't think this one is Pool Party. I think he was like Bermuda Bay or something, but we'll just kind of roll with it. There we go. And then I'm going to go to my smallest and we'll get a little bit of Granny Apple Green and we'll huck a little pop of color right into there. Now I'll show you the original card. Da, da. Now this one, you guys, what I did on this one is you can see my scallop. I had it down a little bit further, which I do like. I like the look of that poking out a bit more than where I had it. This one seems a little bit shy. And you can see how you can really play around with the color in your flowers. Flowers are so not uniform in color in real life. So it's really fun to kind of play with your colors and toss it in. Okay, there you go, my dears. So remember, this stuff is free right now. So like these dies are free. The stamp set is free. This stamp set is free. And they're free, like the stamp set's free with a 60. The dies are free with a 120. Kim, case away, honey. So remember, head to shopwithnorthshorestamper.com and use this hostess code. And if you're as long as you're placing an order under 200, don't do it if you're placing an order over 200. You want to earn the host rewards yourself. Just go to shopwithnorthshorestamper.com to do it. And then with every order that's over 25, I send you out a free PDF. And if your order is over 60, you're going to get a free celebration item, but you're also going to get a free little make and take pack from me. And it's generally a little 4 or 5 card tutorial, and you get the little tutorial, but you're also going to get all the little bits to make it. So you get like all your little card pack to make it, and you just supply your own stamps. You can always replace them with ones that you have, or you can say, Ange, I want those. And then when you order from my PDF, I always send those out with free shipping. Okay, so there you go, my dears. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again this weekend. Take care. Have a great night.